Hello, how's it going? How are you guys doing today? My name is Chillpill, and we're about to play more Castlevania. Welcome, everybody. Hello, I see...
Oh, shit! Alright!
And I also see...
Space is so cool! I love space so much!
How are you guys doing? You excited for some more Castlevania? This is the last of the DS titles. There is one more game on this collection. Hold on. What's it called? So we got Portrait of Ruin. And then we've got Haunted Castle, but the one that I'm interested in playing is Haunted Castle Revisited. Because apparently this one is just like hot dog shit. Wait. Is it still... are we down? Is that what this is? No, that's unmute your microphone. Are you guys not able to see me? Oh! Being at number... Okay. Gotcha. That makes me feel a lot better. I'm like, oh, Jesus, I don't even see any drop frames. But yeah, we'll be, I guess, dabbling with Haunted Castle, but I'm more interested in playing through the Revisited one. And then, I think we'll move on to the PS2 era and see how that goes. I have no idea what any of those games are like, but we'll give them a go. So anyways, why don't we just go ahead and get right into it, huh? And let's ruin some portraits, shall we? Let's go ahead and ruin some portraits. You'll have to let me know how the audio is, because I know that Ratter had to mess around with some things last night. New game. Oh, normal is Jonathan. Okay. Audio is good. Okay. Well, do we want to play as Jonathan, or do we want Richter or the sisters? I guess we gotta do Jonathan. And... well... am I gonna hate myself if I do hard? Nah, I just made desktop quieter. Gotcha. You know what? I've already played this once. I'm gonna do hard. Oh. Hard max level 1. Nah, I'm gonna do normal. Oh, crap. I gotta draw the thing. Oh, hello. What is my drawing going to be? Let's make a spooky bat. Shall we? Spooky bat. Perfect. Whatever, you tried drawing with a joystick. "1944. The world is in chaos. The Second World War has claimed millions of lives, leveled cities, and destroyed nations. The souls of the war's dead blanket the planet, lost, hurt, and angry. Blah, blah, blah. The castle of Dracula, the Lord of Darkness. It arrives in mankind's darkest hour to push us over the brink into ruin. Into ruining the portraits. That whip. There's no mistaking it. You're Jonathan Morris. Good eye. And you are? Ah, forgive me. I am Vincent Doran. By order of the church, I have been waiting for you. To think that the master of the legendary vampire killer would come here. A blessing indeed. Too bad he can't actually use it. Charlotte, can't you even pretend to play along for once? Well, that's the truth, isn't it? You can't lie to a priest. What? Are you suggesting the whip is a fake, then? She's right. I can't use the vampire killer. This whip wasn't originally within my family. You've heard of the Belmont family, haven't you? Why, of course I have. They've used that whip for generations to destroy Dracula. And that family is related to the Morris family by blood. Been doing your research, huh? Unfortunately, the fact is, we're not the true successors. But, hey, no problemo. I've won every battle till now without the whip. Not one loss. Not only that, I'm here too. I'm Charlotte. Yes, I was wondering about that. You are... Well, excuse me. If you're from the church, then remember this. Fuck you! Charlotte. I've heard that name before. Charlotte. Oh! You must be the great magician everyone's been talking about. Great, you say? Unbelievable! To think that she was a mere child. Oh, well, I mean, such a lovely young lady. You heard that? Jonathan, he called me lovely. So, anyway, Vincent, you had some business with me? Oh, yes. Yes, I do. I've been ordered to assist you in your quest. I brought potions with me, but, well, what? It's a matter of economics. You want us to pay you, right? Well, if you insist. Sure, no problemo. Oh, everybody's favorite nonchalant phrase from the 1940s. No problemo. I think we can take care of that. You can take care of that. Do I have the laugh track? I should probably just gear up the laugh track. No, that's a sound. That's music. Oh, that's right. I've got it in... Nope, I don't. Whatever. You get a joke. Thought No Problemo was 90s. I mean, it is. I mean, it's also Spanish, so it existed in the 1940s, but they're saying that this is, like, after World War II, so I don't think people were just going around saying No Problemo. But more importantly, the castle. Is that really Dracula's castle? No one has seen Dracula thus far. However, the church insists that it is indeed Dracula's castle. No doubt about it. This castle is pulsing with dark magical power. I mean, like, English-speaking people use No Problemo in common dialogue. I'm just saying, it didn't sound like it would be, like, vernacular in 1945. I can't imagine it's anything but the castle of Lord Dracula that I studied in the books. Sounds like fun. Come on, better get going then. Charlotte? Right with you. Be careful. I'll search for a safe place. I'll meet you inside. Farewell. Bye, bitch. Well, to be fair, none of the dialogue would have been vernacular in 1945. That is also true. entrance! We'll throw the book at you! Call partner with A, then press again to send partner away. Oh, thank God your fat ass helped open the bridge. I can't get the bridge open on my own. Maybe there's two of us. Oh, there we go, like I was doing. Follow me, lady! Throw the book at him. I like using that joke. It is so funny. I like how they have to call each other's names to make sure that they're following. You go. No, you. It's not really gonna change anything, but... Oh, shit. Oh, this one has two Castlevanias. A boy Castlevania and a girl Castlevania. Oh, sorry, Charlotte. Here, go away. Oh, God. He's missing a little bit there, but whatever. Die, wormies. What do I get? A throwing knife used by hunters. Ooh, that's nice. I think I want to play as boy Castlevania, though. I played an entire game as girl Castlevania. I need a double jump for that, don't I? Yeah, skeleton. Skeletons are the doofiest enemies in these games. Oh, Jesus. Have the woman push. I think she's doing all this shit in high heels, too. You thought he was chasing you. He was just running from the worms! And then I change and go away. Raging fire! Oh, neat. It's like the thing that I said. Damn, he's really gonna make her push a statue with him riding up to top. No way to treat a lady. She's a lady Castlevania, it's different. I got a head guard. And I got a transport room. Okay, let's see. Oh, I gotta equip both of the Castlevanias. Oh wait, can I go in between them? No. I actually have to come out and choose them. Talk to your partner. If something's troubling you, it's important that we talk. I can handle things myself. I prefer it that way. Let's just do our best. Alright, let's go. Oh, I can't slide. Ow. What's this? Display the names of enemies when you attack them. They both have the same face on the right, like they're constipated. Only you can tell which one's a girl because in anime girls have 3 times bigger eyes. Hey, how is it going? Jimbo Fletcher. How you doing, my guy? How are things over in Great Britain? It's so true though. Like, look at the difference in the size of the eyes. Fucking tiny ass little normal eyes and then doe eyes for the whammon. Did I come from here? I did not. Something's here. It's not human. A monster? No, wait. I sense no evil from him. You can sense my presence. Who are you? A ghost, as you can see. Ghosts have no need for names. Incredible. He managed to stay sane despite the castle's evil influence. How is it possible? Lots of wind. I don't know about you, but he sure seems shady to me. Think what you will. It's your choice. However, can you truly destroy me with a whip you can't even use? Only one way to find out! Wait, hold on! How do you know he can't use the vampire killer? Huh? I find it very odd to find a ghost not controlled by the power of Dracula's castle. A smart girl, compared to this foolish boy. Just before I died, I cast a magic barrier on myself, binding my soul to this place. I'm free from the castle's control, but I'm trapped here. But a paranormal entity like you can easily be affected by magic. Hold on, did they really animate her tits blowing in the wind? Did they? Casting a barrier that repels the castle's power is impossible. Even for me. Just who are you? My name is meaningless, but I suppose you need to call me something. Do we call you meaningless or something? Very well, call me Wind. Mr. Wind. Just Wind is fine. Just Wind is fine. All right, Wind. What are you doing here? Didn't you hear him? He's trapped here, remember? Windlacard. Farts it is. God, I wish we could name him like the rival in Pokemon. This is my grandson. What's his name again? Farts. Grandpa, you know my name is Tip Farts. That's right. Damn, so wind specifically made the wind blow on her so her bobs would jiggle. Didn't you hear him? He's trapped here, remember? I understand that. But if he truly has this much power, he could use other methods besides just binding his spirit here. My. You really are a bright little girl, aren't you? Stop treating me like a child. My name is Charlotte. That's a woman's name. Okay, got it. And who's this kid? Who are you calling a kid? It's Jonathan. Jonathan Morris. Gone with my wind. Tit farts. Titty fart. Huh. The reason I'm here, simply put, is regret. I will not rest until the lord of this castle is vanquished. I thought I would lend assistance to those who might defeat him. This guy is incredibly cringe. Like, even in death, he's super cringe. He's got the name Wind, and then he's got his fedora with little feathers and whatever. We're mature. But if you can't move from here, how could you help us? In spirit form, I'm able to grant items and techniques I once possessed in life. I think they'll be great help to you. In that case, please help us. No, I've been able to do fine without any help so far. So why don't you just... Right, so far. But this is Dracula's castle. Even if you could use that whip, we would still be in great danger. Don't you remember your father? Enough about my father. Dead man who leaves me fulfill his a dead man who leaves me fulfill his destiny? Forget him. Sorry, but still. No, wait. I'm sorry. Guess I got a bit carried away. You might be right, Charlotte. Wind, perhaps we could use your help. Would you help us?
If you can complete the task I give, only then will I help you.
How are things? Care to try? I'm counting on
Let's study. Deal. Let's go, Charlotte. Wait, but what did I agree to?
You're back.
Get the potion in the map. Okay, Pri should have some useful things in the next room. Oh, it's you!
Ah, well, welcome back.
So you're selling your potions here?
There aren't many now, but my stock will increase little by little.
Sounds based, TBH. I do like the sounds. For a price, right?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so, Master Jonathan.
Don't try anything shifty, and don't even try to lie. Still, it is true that rural churches are short on money, or so they say.
Thank you. You're lifesavers. Anyways, please have a look.
Welcome back! Alright, I'm supposed to get a potion, and I'm supposed to get a map. A book so frightening, the words ran away, leaving it blank. I don't know. Got a good feeling about the blank book. I'm gonna get that. And an anti-venom. Do I have anything worth selling? Nope.
Thank you.
Alright. Oh, looks like Jongli is crossing some animals again. I want to go back to playing Animal Crossing, but I just want a new Animal Crossing game. I don't want to go back to New Horizons. And as soon as they do come out with a new one, I already know the theme that I want. I'm going to do a season theme, and each quarter of the play map, whatever that is, like in New Horizons it was an island. Every quarter is going to be a different season, so spring, summer, fall, and winter. And put the holiday stuff that's appropriate in there.
If you can complete the task I give, only then will I...
Lizard tail! I can... Oh, I can slide... Why does a lizard tail help me slide?
If you complete the task I give, okay, master them. And I might entrust you with some items from my past.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, one more thing. Regarding this castle's lord.
You mean Dracula, right? I've heard books about him.
Dracula isn't this castle's lord.
What do you mean? Isn't this place named Dracula's Castle?
It is indeed Dracula's castle. However, the castle's lord is a vampire by the name of Bronner.
I've heard nothing about him.
As one would expect, his identity has been kept secret for years after all.
We're sorry, Dracula's in another castle. We'll see what you get.
He infuses magic into paintings to increase his power. You will undoubtedly come across his paintings in this castle. Search for these paintings.
He's using the paintings to make the castle's power his? Oh, he's using the paintings to make the castle's power his, isn't he? Still, we won't have to face Dracula. That's good news, right?
Be careful. His power grows stronger by the minute.
No problemo. We will get you the revenge you've been waiting for. That's a promise. Trust us. Jonathan might seem unreliable. And he is.
That's reassuring. Very well. Best of luck to you.
Alright then. Let's go find those paintings. Oh, I think she's got like an ascot. I don't think those are her boobs. I think it's a little tie that she's wearing. I wish I could see like an actual portrait. Whee! This painting, its power is incredible. Must be one of those paintings, without a doubt. I've got it. Care to share? This painting's function. Bronner's using it to control the power of the castle. Well, then let's hurry up and rip it to shreds. Impossible. Anything we do will be pointless. From what I can tell, based on the theory of the curse amplification, this picture is a multi-layer pseudo-space barrier. How the fuck do you know that? You fucking dweeb. A kind of paranormal phenomenon. Okay. And what's that mean in human language? In short, think of it as a series of walls that surround the magic controlling Dracula's castle. The painting itself is just the outermost wall. As soon as you break it, it'll regenerate. It's unbreakable. He's using the painting to make this castle's power his. Gee, where have I heard that before in the same era as this game was made? So, now what? I'll sync up my magic with the painting so we can enter it. That'll be the best way to seal the castle's magic away. The risk is quite high, though. No problemo. Come on, what do we have to lose? Okay then, here we go. Oh, do I have those sounds? I got this one. I don't think I actually have the sound of him going into a painting, though. That sucks. Let's go! Yahoo! So we're in the painting now? So long. Bye-bye, Gay Bowser.
So long, Gay Bowser.
So apparently the phrase is, so long, Bowser, but no, it's so long, Gay Bowser, and we all know it. Here, the vision of the artist is fully realized, literally. Neato.
City of Haze.
Thank you. Oh, can I break these? I can. I get mine. Whoa! We're not even like fucking 2 seconds into this and we're already fighting like a seraphim. Ah! Jonathan! Clover tiara. I wonder who wears that. If you were a kid in the 90s, it was so long, Gay Bowser, and you're lying if you claim to have heard anything else. I'm an adult, and I'm not the least bit homophobic, and I still, to this day, hear so long, Gay Bowser. It isn't derogatory, it's just literally what I hear. Ow. Fuck you! Ow. Fuck me! Level up! Wow, look at the donks on those pigs. Although it could be from the front. I don't know. But those are some caked up piggies. Hey, a curdle. A long plain dress. Perfect for you, Charlotte. And don't forget the 2 and thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for playing my game. It's impossible to not hear those things, though. Like, honestly, it's because of how compressed all of the N64 was when it came to, like, sound bites. Like, it sounds like that. There's no two ways about it. Both of those things are completely what was said. I don't care what people say, what Martinet actually said. That's what we all hear. That's what was said. Do you imagine if they redid Mario 64 and redid the voiceover for those lines? How upset people would be if they replaced Solange Bowser with another line. Ooh, save point. Is this a... okay. Data has been saved. Okay, you already got a new thing, but you like the curdle. Oh, they would emphasize... they would emphasize it. So long, gay Bowser! Unfortunately, Martinet wouldn't be reprising his role. We would get that dude that's like... yeah, he can do a Mario voice, but it's not the same heart. I think that's my biggest qualm with his... with Martinet not being Mario. Is, it's kind of like whenever they got a new voice actor to voice Mickey Mouse, it didn't feel right starting out because it just didn't have the same heart behind it. It took many years for the voice actor to actually like make Mickey Mouse his own. And so you just have this awkward era of yeah, it sure does sound like Mickey, doesn't it? Ow. Something is, at this day and age, they would just bring them back from the dead with AI. Yeah, that's another thing, is you don't have to find a sound-alike voice actor. All you gotta do is feed all the voice lines to an AI and make your own shit. I really hope that Nintendo doesn't do that with like one of their IPs. Like, I really hope that, because I mean, they're not on the up and up on shit like that anyways. Like, it took them forever to actually have online capabilities of things. I really hope... ooh, a throwing axe. I really hope that they don't do that shit. Let's see, I want an axe. Yeah! And what does a claymore look like? Hell yeah! It's slower, but it's nicer. AI is scary. AI is scary, dude. You are absolutely right for that, Jimbo. Like, the way that they're utilizing it and the way that... man, I heard that 1 in 5 American high schoolers claim that they have had a relationship with or with an AI in general. Basic combination where both attacks push up and X. And it's like, man, society's so fucking cooked with AI. It's already gotten out of control. You know, it's one thing to make funny haha meme clips with AI, but when you see the credits roll in video game, it's the part of the game where you get to sit back and say, wow, humans made this, and now that's becoming lost. It's gonna be like AI specialist. Yeah, it is scary. That's absolutely true, and it's going to lose. I think what's going to happen is it's initially going to lose audience and lose money and whatever because it's AI, but then the generation that grew up with AI as a normal thing is going to be like, no, that's fine that they used an AI voice to voice this Assassin's Creed character, and then that's going to become the norm. So it's going to be like a dip, and then it's going to shoot up whenever Gen Alpha actually starts to be able to buy games and stuff. But yeah, I think we'll, us older people, millennials and Zoomers are going to complain about the use of AI in things when it comes to like music and voice and art. But I think as soon as Gen Alpha is the like 20-somethings, all that stuff is going to be like in their realm. Like they're just going to push for it and use it and everything. I just don't think I care about anything that humans didn't make. Me too. As soon as I can tell something was made with AI, if I have the option to downvote it, I don't even care if it's the funniest fucking thing ever, I'll downvote it. I don't care. Oh, a little bit of dystopia, speaking of AI. With me casually looking for new jobs right now, I found out online that sites like Indeed and Glassdoor and all that are not good for actually getting your resume out there. You need to apply on the corporation's website if you can. And then you also need to basically use an AI of your own, ChatGPT or whatever, and tell it the job that you're going for, the place that you're looking to go, and like the job listing and all that, and tell it to take your resume and write it to where the AI of their job, whatever filter, will read it and be like, you're a good fit. And I think that's absolutely disgusting that we have to, quote-unquote, play the game, as somebody who wrote an article about all these job application websites said so poignantly. Play the game of AI and the algorithm in order to suit your needs. And it's like, you know what, at this point I think we should just go back to pen and paper resumes and or job applications and printed out resumes. This sounds like we've gone too far. If like, in order for my resume to actually even be seen by a human being, it has to go through your crappy AI filter, and I have to use another AI in order to let you see my resume. That sucks. That really sucks. I feel like you're going to miss out on lots of good people and I don't know. Something about it feels like there's a lot of dystopic shit that's coming out of AI, but I think that's one of the most upsetting, personally, to me. Summon lightning in the shape of a cross! Whoa! I want holy lightning, please. What does that look like? Oh, I need you. Right? I literally have a button to brush my hair out of my face. What does she do? She twists her finger and reads. Okay. Alright, how do I do this? Wait. Yeah. Is it skills? No. How do I do a co-op move? Up and X. Activate dual crush. Skill attack, drop down. Yeah. Okay. Alright. When I die, I want to burst into a bunch of flowers. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Interesting. Why didn't that work when I'm doobie butt? Okay. Now they're just trolling me. For real, because that means you're specifically filtering out all the people who actually think you can do work for themselves instead of making AI do it for them. How do they think that'll translate to job? I don't know. But apparently that's the game that you have to play, and I really don't like it, but any place that I apply to now, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and actually use ChatGPT to rewrite my fucking resume. And also, apparently, I need to use it to write a cover letter, because I never liked doing cover letters for jobs because they never made sense to me. Cover letters are supposed to be like, why am I qualified? Why do I want to work for you? Well, that's already implied. I want to work for you because I would like a job with your company. The end. Like, do you want the real answer? I want money. Does that make you happy? Why you in particular? Because you're the place that has the job that meets my needs. And then the cover letter is also supposed to be like, why are you qualified? I don't know, maybe look at my resume. The thing that's also attached to this application. And I think this bad. There are companies out there experimenting with using AI to do interviews as well. So you spend 15 minutes trying to convince ChatGPT that you're a good fit. Yeah, I also heard that somebody, there was a person who posted on Reddit that they did an interview with somebody, ironically for an AI job, and they found out in the middle of the interview that the person that they were speaking to was an AI. And yeah, I guess you can just do that. Nothing in this world is real anymore. Oh, okay. Jonathan's just back there like, Fucking what? Here's the real truth. Most job openings aren't actually open positions. It just looks good for the company if they're always hiring. How does that look good? How does that look good? It makes it look like the company can't keep employees, and then that makes me think that they're a bad company to work for. Call magic. Call partner to use their skill or magic with R. Oh, dude, that's sweet. I like that. And then if I... Okay, that's pretty fucking sweet. Because they spin it like they're expanding. That's so fucking stupid. This is the kind of bullshit that never makes me want to ever actually use LinkedIn. Like, as far as I'm concerned, LinkedIn is only for company people that want to become one of the C-suite. It's so just like egregious, like show us your best self. It's as fake as seeing somebody's like vacation pictures from the Philippines and being like, oh man, look at them, they're having just like the best life, but you don't see the part where like their spouse has an alcohol problem or their dad just died in a train wreck or like shit like that. You just see the good bits. Like, LinkedIn feels super fucking fake. Gale. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know that I like that. I think I want the fire. LinkedIn is bullshitter's playground. Yeah, I don't use it. I have one, just like everybody has one, but I don't use it. Is there like a... Is there a secret exit here? There's a gap, like there should be a way to get up here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel just very, what's it called? Pessimistic about the future of, like this is why so many people are jobless. Like, even if they were qualified for a certain job, they might not be playing the algorithm so that, the people can actually see their resume, you know? Like, I don't think that people need to do that. I think that's absolutely gross that you need to play anything in order to get a job interview. You're playing with people's lives, and also you're preventing yourself from getting good people that could work for your company a position just because your stupid AI was saying that they weren't a good fit. Like, for example, if I say that I am ACLS certified, that's Advanced Cardiovascular Life Support Certification. If I don't say Advanced Cardiovascular Life Support certified, and I just say ACLS certified, some algorithms and AIs might just look over that because I didn't spell it out. And then the inverse could be true. I could actually say what the acronym stands for, but because I didn't have the letters A, C, L, and S next to each other, I'm all of a sudden not qualified. It's gross. I hate it. I suspect at some point the AI bubble will pop and then companies will realize that they actually need to hire people. Only there will be a lot less skilled labor and they'll have to settle. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Alright, we'll see you later, dude.
Bye.
Have a good night. Watch the VOD. I hope you've been watching all of the Castlevania stuff whenever you get the chance. I know you're a huge fan of the series. Ooh, a copper plate. Don't even bother trying to game the system. You're going to overthink it and make yourself look desperate. Yeah, you might be right. After playing Blasphemous on guitar. Wait, were you playing Blasphemous music on guitar, or were you playing Blasphemous with, like, a Guitar Hero guitar or something? Qualified professionals don't need to get defensive about their qualifications. I mean, it's true. Damn! It makes me... Yeah, I know. Little boy doesn't like the sound of the blender. I think the only advice that I'm going to take from the articles that I've been reading about this is actually going to the corporate website and applying through that instead of just like doing the easy button and applying on LinkedIn or Indeed or whatever. I think that's actually good advice. But if they see my resume through that, fantastic. If they don't, and it's because I didn't learn to talk to their AI or use a cover letter or whatever, because all the jobs that I've gotten, I didn't need a cover letter. I still don't understand the point of them. They're just so useless. Waste of time for everybody. Everybody knows the answer as to why I want to get this job. Everybody knows the answer as to why I may or may not be qualified. Why do you need a cover letter for me to tell you exactly what you know already? There's also this phenomenon where, in an effort to stand out, you make yourself look weird. Stand out in the wrong way. Sometimes it's enough to just be boring. A lot of HR managers like boring. Ooh, boss door. I gotta pee right now. So I'm gonna go pee, refill my beverage, and then I will be back and we'll see what's behind door number 1. BRB. Alright, we're back. Sometimes it literally is a case of, hey, this guy checks all the boxes, and he doesn't seem like an obsessive psychopath. Yeah, see, that's the thing, it's like, I know that my resume stands on its own accord. But also, like, people have always said that whenever you're applying to certain jobs, the best way to, like, get seen is to have things in your resume, words in your resume line up with words that are, like, for the job or whatever. Even though, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. It just feels like a waste of fucking time to constantly have to edit your resume just to reflect a certain job listing, you know? That's all I'm saying. Is it just does not feel like it's worth my time to do it unless I'm like really, really looking for a job. Oh shit. But again, why? Oh god, that bat. Why would you not pick my resume just because I didn't have the word like leadership or something written in my resume? I didn't have the word leadership written in my resume, but I did have the word lead, but it doesn't mean the same thing, I guess. Oh my god, he just split up into a bunch of eyeball spermies. One thing I will say is, whatever you put in your resume, in order to stand out, make sure you know that subject backward and forward, because you're basically setting yourself up to be grilled. Oh, yeah, definitely. So if you say strong leadership skills, expect to get hit with, so tell us what leadership means to you, and describe a time when you're put in a leadership position and how did you handle it. You know, speaking of interviews, another thing that really bothers me is having been someone that actually interviewed a bunch of employees, people that got hired and people that didn't get hired. The interview process is unfortunately like one of the worst ways I think that you could possibly get somebody hired. Just because there are so many people that know how to interview really well, but actually suck at what they do. And there's no way of knowing until you've actually worked with them. And it's very unfortunate, because how are you supposed to be able to tell? You're not. So, yeah. I never really liked interviewing as a process. I wish that there was a way that you could just kind of like trial somebody for like a couple of weeks. Interview process is the worst way to find a good candidate, except all the other ways. Someone could get nervous and interview terribly, but actually be a fantastic worker day to day. Yeah, I think that's me. I feel like when people ask me a question, I get defensive. No, when people ask me questions in interviews, I feel like I don't know a good time or a good spot to like stop talking, you know? And I don't know how common that issue is, but I feel like I almost say too much in an interview, and I can't put just like a nice bow on what I'm talking about. I almost feel like I'm a weak interviewer or interviewee, but I've heard from people that have done interviews with me that I do well in interviews. I feel like I don't do well though. But yeah, what Ryder is saying is very true. You have people who are incredibly qualified for the position that just suck at talking. On the rare occasion I'm required to give an interview, I try to give the benefit of the doubt, but it's easy to tell when someone knows their shit. I've come across the case of people know their shit, but still don't have like the get up and go to do all the tasks asked of them. So like, I know somebody who can really make IVs and are very good, and whenever they do make IVs, they are really good, but also they don't want to make IVs, and whenever you ask them to, they give pushback, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, they didn't lie, they are good at it. How was I supposed to know that they would be obstinate little shits when it came to actually listening to authority or whatever? Nervous is okay. Everyone is nervous in an interview, but if I ask you some critically important information related to the job you're applying for, you seem unsure of your answer. Well, yes, very true. Phew. That monster just now seemed to be the core of the magic energy. Meaning Bronner can't use the castle's power now? No, not quite. His control of the castle's power has decreased a bit, but... Decreased a bit? I think there's something else. My, oh my. I knew I smelled something. Seems like some maggots got inside. A vampire! My, such attitude. You dare disrespect somebody of my caliber? I am a lady, Lady Loretta. You probably think your little victory has weakened us a bit. However, I do have some tragic news for you. This wasn't the only one of Father's paintings. I know that. I can obviously tell by sensing the movement of the magical energy. What an amusing sight. A child who fancies herself an adult. Let's take her, Charlotte. Right with you. The whip! Jonathan, what are you doing? Unfortunately, I have strict orders from Father not to fight you. Now, if you'll excuse me. Why did you stop attacking? It was like some strange power was... Never mind. I'm sure it was nothing. I probably just imagined it. Sorry. Oh well. Like that vampire said, I sense other paintings. I can't pinpoint their exact location, though. We'll just have to find them. Let's head back to the castle. Okay. Also, being active in your field is a big one. I think every interview should want to verify you're currently doing something to advance in your career field. I never really understand what... Whoops. What did I just get? Oh, I can jump higher. Oh, neato. I can jump off of your shoulders. I never really understand what people mean by advancing your career. Because, like, in my line of work, like, I am doing a lot. But, like, are they wanting me to, just continue to collect, like, different, not licenses, but, certifications and whatever in order to show that I'm a good fit? Because, like, if I have consistent work, I have good references, and I am with companies for long periods of time, like, would that not be enough, or do you need to see, like, me working on, like, research projects or shit like that? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I also come across yeah, see, Rudder was saying, like, using that for, like, things like professorship or going into a leadership role. But see, that's the thing, is, like, I'm happy with being a staff pharmacist in a hospital. I don't want to be the one that works on protocols and whatnot. I like making sure that the pharmacy runs the way that it should, and making sure that everybody knows their job and is able to do it, and, like, all that shit. I don't want a management position. I don't want a leadership role. I just want that. I just want to do something like that. But, like, is that considered showing that I am working on my career? Because I don't know that it is, but at the same time, I don't know what that would look like. And also, quite frankly, I don't know if that's something that I want, because I also struggle with the fact of, I feel like I didn't go into pharmacy because I wanted to. If I'm real, and you know that I am, I feel like the only reason why I went into pharmacy is because my dad told me to. And so I have this constant feel of I went into the wrong profession, but then I also have this constant feel of, like, if it's the wrong profession, well, what's the right profession? And I don't know. And then I'm like, well, you know what? This is safe. This earns me the money to support my family. I'm just going to keep with this, and maybe whatever I was meant to do or want to do will appear. And I don't know. I have that existential crisis, like, once every few months. And I don't know what to do with it, if I'm honest. Would not be enough, no, because it screams of poor organizational skills and possibly lack of motivation. If you're currently pursuing a new certification, you're infinitely more hireable. It's kind of funny, I still have this sense of, like, you know that question they would ask you when you were a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? I feel like I never actually found the answer to that. I found a thing that I can do and that I'm good at, but I don't feel like I found a thing that I actually, like, want to be as an adult, you know? rather thinks that I'm describing like 75% of workers that aren't passionate about the thing, but do it because they know it and they need it or whatever for their livelihood. A common longsword. What does this look like, though? I like the speed of that. What does the mace look like? Oh, the mace is terrible. Okay. The axe does the most. But the long sword is quickest. I like quick. Ah, shit. You don't have to like where you are. You have to be moving towards something better, although I definitely would avoid telling the interview that you hate your job. I don't hate my job. I just feel like there are times where it's like, is this what I'm actually meant to do, you know? This is obviously not things that I would bring up in an interview. This is just stuff that I'm telling you guys because, you know, it's kind of the point of these streams. Well, we're... Was it a use item? Oh, velvet ribbon. Intelligence goes down, defense kind of goes up. No, we're not going to do that. It's important to learn how to frame these feelings because they will surface whether you want them to or not. Yep, I've definitely experienced that before. Of like people knowing that I don't push cube. While pushing an object, call your partner to help you push. You want to help me push? Oh, do I have to actually be pushing? Okay. Yeah, it's really a case of like I don't want people to know, but also I wear a lot of things on my sleeve. Like, it's very hard. Very, very hard for me to lie. A very honest person to like a fault. Like, even if I do lie, unless I believe the lie, you can really see it on my face. But I also have like just a very strong moral compass of like, I know what is right, what is wrong, and I don't actually believe that there's a gray middle ground in a lot of areas. And people should just be truthful all the time. Things do tend to be very black and white with me. This thing is right, this thing is wrong. There can't be a middle ground because everything has to be absolute. That's me. Okay, so I've explored everywhere except for that tiny little area after the boss fight that I can't actually access, so guess we just go back out of the picture. Yahoo! Wah, 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 wah. Oh, that's why I couldn't do that, because I didn't have enough juice. Gotcha. I don't know if you can see her, but I got Trinket down here. She's a little bit too low. She's sleeping on a pillow, chilling out. Toko's online. What? He's online and he's not talking to us? What the heck, Toko?
Will it be today?
How are things?
Supersonic Punch. Go to the butcher in town and punch some meat. Get ground meat.
Care to try? I'm counting on you.
Punch some meat to get ground meat. Do I have the capability of punching? This would be the same way, but here's a little secret that will help you go further in business. Calming your feelings is a sign of good emotional regulation, and being always truthful is bad. Yeah. That's another thing that I have qualms with, is like being truthful. I understand has its place, however, oh, I'm supposed to equip that book. Okay. But I'm also like, but the truth is good, right? A refined throwing blade used by skillful ninjas. Dump rocks under your enemies. Ooh. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Okay. Ice needle. Let's see what that looks like. Nice! Holy shit. Okay. What else did I get? She's fighting with an encyclopedia. It just objectively is a bad thing to always be mask off all the time. Everyone has the same feelings that you do, but it's important to put your feelings aside and stand on business. Yeah, see, that's the thing that I always have issues with is, unmasking. Like, if you want to ask me my opinion on something, I won't hesitate to tell you. But whether or not you actually want to hear the truth about it, I'll try and do things like sugarcoat or whatever, but also, if you are asking me what my opinion is on something, don't be upset when I tell you what my opinion is. Just know that you asked me and this is what I think. But people don't get that. And I guess that's all part of being on the spectrum, is just like not understanding why people can't understand that. Okay. So they want me to go here. Oh, boy. Alright. Is this enough? Or do I need to be... I just have to... Okay. Neato. So I just didn't have a weapon and I punch. Alright. I fumbled my way through it, but you always have to be conscious of when you're not emotionally regulating, when you're projecting nervous energy or uncertainty. People pick up on that. Yeah, I think that's the thing that I still have not mastered is like, I know how to mitigate stress, but sometimes I have issues with fully mitigating it, and I tend to have stress get the better of me. Like, I can make really good decisions and make a department run. Like, I literally ran the pharmacy department for hours on end at a level 1 trauma center in Texas with literally just me overnight. And I did it just fine, and there were no complications. That should be super fucking stressful, right? But whenever people start calling me a whole lot, and I get a bunch of orders that I need to verify and put through, and medications I need to dispense and compound and send up and whatever, and people keep calling about the same thing, whatever, it just starts to really get to me, and I have trouble getting away from it because I can't get away from it. I can do some escapism tricks, but I can't actually fully get away with it away from it because it's always in my face, right? At least at home, if there's something stressing me out, I can like go for a walk or go to the gym or go do an errand or just remove myself and it'll be fine. But when you're at work, and like the problem is literally somebody's life is on the line and you have to do something about it and people keep calling you and bothering you, I always call it shaking the bus driver. Oh. We all struggle with this. I was in a meeting today where I had to give progress report, and I hadn't slept well the night before, and I'm having trouble stringing together my words. I fumbled my way through it, but I always have to be conscious of when you're emotionally regulating. When you're projecting nervous energy or uncertainty, people pick up on that. Sorry, I didn't see that first part. You're right. But yeah, like, I think that's the thing, is that's something that always makes me think that I went into the wrong profession, is like, even though I can do it well, I can't constantly be distracted and also be expected to be a happy personality. You either get Grumpy Mike, who gets all of the shit done that you want from him, or I can be Happy Mike that isn't actually actively working on stuff. Like, that's the thing, is like, if I get too much stress put on me and I can't get away from it and more pressure gets put on me, I start to shut down, and while I get the job done, it starts to become a lot more obvious that I'm stressed out. But I do get the job done, and I get it done well, and I get it done on time. It's just like I have trouble mitigating that feeling of stress and not letting it bubble to the surface. Everybody has a trigger as well. If you tell me the entire company will shut down if I don't fix a bug in the code base, I'm cool as a cucumber, but I always get nervous at meetings. That's very true. I have never, ever, ever, ever once in a code blue situation, that's cardiac or respiratory arrest, been nervous about going to those and helping out. Doctor says he needs an epi-drip compounded bedside. I'm immediately doing it, or I've already got it, or like whatever. And I am just waiting for instructions and helping out the best I can. And it's literally life and death. And like you said just now, cool as a cucumber. Tell me what you want. You got it, doc. I got you. And I help out. But you give me a bunch of people calling, saying that they need this IV drip, that drug tubed up, this thing is missing, that thing, oh wait, no, it's not missing, it's right here, ha ha ha. That stresses me out so much more than a literal like, if we don't do our best right now, a person will literally die. Like, I find it so funny that it's situations like that that I'm just like, yeah, it's no big deal. But then you put me in situations where it's like, I need you to compound this. I need you to make that. Hey, did you verify this? Oh, by the way, we're short this person today. Like, that's the stuff that makes me go like, okay, I'm upset now. One is muscle memory, the other is social situation. Yeah, I think that's it, is like the social aspect. And it sounds like that's the case with you too, Space. If like you're in a meeting and have to interact and like there's aspects of like your personality that you aren't super well versed in, but then you also have a high stress situation where you don't have any social aspect to it, you're good. I think that's exactly where I'm at too. It's like when you have to combine the idea of doing a high stress job thing, but also you have to mask and make sure that you present things correctly and like whatever to other people and make sure that you're putting on your customer service voice and all that stuff. I think that's where it starts to stress me out. It's like, I'm not good socially. I can socialize, but I have a very short battery life. And it really does boil down to, do you want me to save your patient or stop them from having a seizure or stop them from vomiting or whatever? Or do you want me to sit here and put on my super nice phone voice? And of course I can take care of that for you. When the person on the other line is being an absolute cunt to me, like, I hate that. I hate when people combine stress of patient is sick with I'm an asshole and coming in hot even though you did nothing wrong at all. I absolutely hate that combination. You have to be aware of your shortcomings in social situations and check on your emotions. A lot of it just comes down to hiding your feelings and having a good poker face. That's exactly what I've been trying to do. It's very difficult. I've gotten a lot better about it, but Jesus Christ, that is my least favorite part of any job. My ideal job would be kind of just a work from home, verified drugs and whatever in the queue and you know, stick to metrics like that. Because then I don't have to answer phone calls. I don't have to go to a business meetings. I don't have to do all that stuff. And it literally is just like do the job and do it well.
Well, what would you like to do?
Excellent.
Weapon's all yours now. Bullet punch.
Enable the wearer to throw punches at the speed of sound. Alright, won't be equipping that. What's next?
Still getting things ready. Sorry, but you're gonna have to wait a little while.
Alright, that's fine. And see, I also know that I do a very good job because people say that they want to work with me, right? They tell me that they want to work with me and only me because they know that I am a reliable pharmacist and that I'm also very trustworthy and accommodating and helpful and whatever. And I will be the first to say that I know that I can be grumpy, I can be an asshole, but also I am not someone that is going to leave you hanging, to leave you doing stuff on your own when you're struggling. And I know that I'm a good leader, but I don't think I would be a good manager, is the thing. I am wise enough to know that managing and leading are not necessarily synonymous. I think a good manager should show leadership, but I don't think everyone that needs to show leadership needs to be a manager. And what's funny is so many people asked me if I was going to step into some leadership roles that had recently opened up, and I'm like, you really don't want me in those positions. You want me in the trenches with you because I will get bogged down with so much shit if I am expected to not only help out with what y'all are doing, but also manage things like schedules and employees. I don't think I would be a good manager. I think I would be a good department leader, and I think people look up to me for things like that, but don't sit here and think that for a second I want to be the one that's like asking, can you come in and cover this shift? Can you help out with this shift that we had a call out for? Like, I hate that. I also hate having to sit and listen to your issues with another employee. I think everyone should just do their job, and if you can be amicable with your coworkers, that's great, but you don't have to like your coworkers to be able to work with them. There are people that you can work with and like, and then there are people that you just need to know how to work with, and I don't know. Again, I'm a very black and white person, and in some ways, I think that's a good trait because you know exactly where I stand on certain subjects, but also it's a bad trait because I can't see some gray middle ground. Like, I'm just not capable of seeing it. It's an absolute, and that is why I feel like I'm wise enough to know that I shouldn't be a manager. I should just be a leader. Also, this sounds corny, but take a breath. A brief pause of reflection is often welcome, as it lets the other person know that you're being attentive without letting your nerves get to you. See, that's a trick that I use in interviews. I actually do that. Whenever somebody asks me a question, whenever I was a young pharmacist just starting out, I tended to answer immediately because I didn't want to waste the person's time, or I felt like if I waited, it would look bad. But I would have the interviewer ask their question, and then I would look thoughtful, like I'm introspective or whatever. Sometimes I am literally just sitting and thinking about the question to make sure that I answer it correctly. But other times I've already got the answer ready to go as soon as they ask the question. And I learned very quickly that it's a bad idea to just immediately answer, because it sounds like you've rehearsed interviews. So I would just wait and give it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, oh, there's this time where, and just answer the question then. Level up. There are also different leadership styles. Not everyone is the choosing civility type. Yeah. And I really think if I were to do management, I would want it to be in a smaller environment. I don't think I could do it in the size of hospital that I work in currently. I think that'd be way too much stress. If I were to do it in a smaller environment and just like learn as I go along with fewer employees, I feel like I could actually hone my leadership style. But the position that people were asking me, why am I not applying for this, is just like, because I don't want to be in charge of 30 people as my first role in leadership. That's not a small task. And people just couldn't understand that because they're like, I like working with you, and you are a good leader, so surely this would be up your aisle. It's like, no, you don't understand that at all. It's not for me. I don't want to become the captain of a burning ship, and also, I don't want my first job as a captain of a ship to be for a cruise liner. That's a lot. One thing about interviews, 30 people is very busy, very high-stress hospital. 30 people in a very busy, very high-stress hospital, jumping in the deep end. Yeah, exactly. And that's just the pharmacist. That's not even the technician side of things. Like, we literally have to have 2 middle managers, one for pharmacist and one for techs, to make sure all the things get done. Because it used to be that we would have one person cover all the things. And it's just like, no, that's so much for one person. Our department has something like 70 people in it. It's a lot. Now, there are a lot of what we call PRN or as needed employees that aren't actually like scheduled or whatever. They would just come in on shifts that we need help with covering. But it's still 70 fucking employees at a level 1 trauma center. It's a lot. And I don't know why people think that it would be a good idea for someone like me who has no leadership experience or no management experience to come in and expect me to be just like the Wunderkind and just be the one to change the department around. Offensive form. One thing about interviews, there's some questions you should have memorized and rattle off immediately, but some question should allow to breathe. Yeah, exactly. My one question that I have down packed, ready to go, no matter what interview it is tell us the time when you couldn't, when things got out of control or weren't within your power to fix or whatever, something to that effect, and how did you handle it? And my favorite answer to go with is there was this time where our online database that is that we use our documentation and order entry and all that stuff, it went down at one point nationwide. It went down for over 24 hours, and I had to be the lead on nights to make sure that we took care of all the patient orders and everything to the best of our ability while this shit was down. And I had to be leadership, I had to be the one calling the shots, and I had to be someone who was also entering orders and sending up medications and telling other people what they need to do in this time. And we made it through the entire shift without a single issue. And all of the medication was delivered to the patients on time, and nobody got hurt. There was no medical fallout. We had no issues at all. And that was just because I was very well versed in my job, and I was good at letting people know the exact spots where they needed to fill in. And I always like to bring that up whenever people want to know about my leadership skills. Because that's not a very small thing that just happened. An entire database goes down. If I was a developer interview and someone asked me what HTTP stood for, I should rattle it off without even breathing the flow of breaking the flow of conversation. Very true. It's kind of interesting whenever you get into situations with like medicine. You don't really get opportunities to just be like, what is the standard of practice for somebody that comes into the ER with a heart attack? Like, they don't ask you that because they don't have time to do that. It's a very small part of the job, and it's just kind of like assumed that you can do the job that you need to, pharmacy-wise, in order to make sure that the person who just had a STEMI survives. Because there are so many small parts in healthcare, they just kind of ask, do you have experience with cardiovascular health in patients and like stuff like that? So in my line of work, it's very difficult to just like pinpoint things. You just kind of have to ask about people's experience. And that's why I'm happy that I had so much experience working overnight, because people who work overnight at a hospital don't have to be the best in a given area, but they have to know a little bit about a given area in order to do well. And that's exactly where I'm at, is I know how to run things, I know how to, I know what orders look correct and what orders look incorrect or need clarification. I know exactly what to do whenever somebody comes in with a brain bleed versus a brain clot. Like, I know all these things, but if you were to sit here and ask me, what is the American Heart Association standard of therapy for somebody who is post-STEMI or whatever, it's like, I'm not taking a test. Ask me if I know what a correct order for heparin looks like, or something like that, you know? It's weird. But also, I don't think I've ever been in an interview like that. They've just been like, do you have experience with NICU patients? Do you have experience with ER medicine? Stuff like that. This is neither here nor there, but Space, you know some Japanese too. I found out the other day, like several weeks ago, but you know, the other day, that the Japanese word for meat is niku, N-I-K-U, niku. And now I can't look at our neonatal intensive care unit without thinking that it's the meat unit. Even though you would pronounce that NICU. Yeah, right? It's terrible, right? Ratter said, oh no. But yeah, Japanese has now made me look at the NICU as Niku. I haven't told the NICU pharmacist that yet. I don't think that would make Ruby super happy to find out that Niku means meat. I got a bandana. Well, in software dev, it's such a broad field that even people with master degrees can have major knowledge gaps, so there's a lot of emphasis on proving you have strong domain knowledge. That makes sense. Knowing basics is important, and usually the resume should dictate whether or not somebody does have good experience with a thing, and if not the resume, their CV. I never really understood the point of a CV because nobody has ever printed off a CV for an interview that I'm having to conduct for somebody, because quite honestly, CVs are very exhausting to go through, and a lot of it is information that's just like outdated. And like, yeah, you did this project, and it's good that you did this project, but that was, 15 years ago. So it's literally nothing but like proof that, yep, I did leadership things, you know? But I still maintain one, as I'm sure we all do, to some degree. Jesus! What did I pick up? Ice Fang versus the Ice Needle. Let's see what that looks like. Whoa! That's sweet. I'm not sure how I feel about this game yet. Like, I really like how it plays and everything, but at the same time, I don't like the fact that you have to use a partner to do things like a double jump. But it is nice to have like a magic partner ready to go, and all I have to push is R and she can use a magic attack while I can be regular ass Belmont and use my sword or whip. I don't know. It's nice, but I think I would rather be a magic person or a whip person on my own. Software is such a weird field, to be honest. I can give you laundry lists of qualifications and still know little to nothing about good software design. So interviews devolve into riddles and trivia questions. That's crazy. We really are in two different fields. I feel like... Oh.
I thought you would appear. The ones who impose. The one who imposes upon my master.
He's swirling black magic. I've read about him. Dracula's eternal servant. Death. Dracula isn't Castle's master anymore. Why are you here?
My, what an odd thing to say. This castle belongs to Lord Dracula, to him and no one else.
I get it. You've joined forces with Bronner because you're thinking of resurrecting Dracula, aren't you?
Bronner? Who are you talking about?
There's no point in playing dumb. We already know the current master of this castle is a vampire by the name of Bronner.
Vampire Bronner. Even with my power, I didn't sense that. This needs to be dealt with before the return of my master.
What? You really didn't know? Well, it doesn't matter. You're connected to Dracula, so I'll fight you here and now.
Huh. With that useless whip of yours? At least your dead father was strong enough to yield it.
Don't compare me to my father! Don't compare me to my father! Calm down, Jonathan. You can't beat him without a strategy.
Oh, and to think he needs a little child to admonish him.
Sorry, Charlotte. Whenever someone mentions my father, I just lose it. That's alright. It's not like you started hating your father just now, but what's the point in getting angry at someone who isn't even here? It's because he's not here. Listen, my father only taught me the basics of fighting. Then he went and got himself killed, leaving me the heir to the whip. A whip he didn't teach me how to yield. He was so selfish. He must have had his reasons. And don't forget that you've been fighting without the whip's power so far, thanks to his teaching. Maybe so. But now Dracula may be reviving, and I can't even use the power that I'm meant to use, even though my father could. That's true, but enough with all this talk about my father. Talk won't change a thing. Come on, let's go. When Dracula makes an appearance, when death makes an appearance, Dracula can't be far away. Yeah, you're right. Legit, there are entire websites devoted to drilling various programming riddles. These people that you will only ever encounter in an interview. So, like this game, it's this game that we all play. That's fucking nuts. That's so stressful. Let's go this direction. Kill Persephone. Ow. Kill Persephone. Kill Vacuum Cleaner Persephone. Kill regular Persephone. How the fuck do we get rid of that? What the fuck? What the fuck? We can't even reach it. Now we have to kill all these Persephones again. You never know which riddles are going to hit you with. Could be a binary true inversion, could be 2D array transformation, could be fizzbuzz. There are thousands that we have to know. Jesus. Oh my god! Did you guys see that? Her vacuum cleaner sucked up to my butt. If 15% of 3 equals 0, oh my god. So you guys literally will just like give each other college quizzes to see who's qualified to do shit. That's nuts. Don Quixote. Whoops. The story of a man who thought himself a gallant knight. Oh, I was gonna do fizzbuzz in the chat, but YouTube doesn't allow the bricks. Fizzbuzz is a ridiculous name. I love it. Alright. We're gonna take one last break, and I will be right back. Hold on. Alright. Final brink is done. And so we can get... Let's see where we can get in this castle. Boss fight. Okay. Jar of goop. Oh, this is interesting. I don't think I'm doing any damage. Oh, I just realized her book is throwing out images of Don Quixote himself on the donkey. That's her weapon. What the fuck? That's adorable. Oh, I'm supposed to push this? Where am I pushing it to? Does it actually achieve anything? Well, it's over here now. I want to equip the axe. This is giving me major DKC3 vibes, kinda, right? But that involved you pushing a thing over. I can't remember what, but you push something over and it falls off. It also kind of gives me Yoshi's Island vibes. Come on. Does it keep healing itself, or what? That's interesting. Okay. Not quite sure what that boss fight is supposed to be. Try this again. Okay. I think it wants me to have my partner out because they constantly smack the cauldron, which actually brings out the dude. And I can't hurt it unless it is like I can see its face. Ah. I guess I'm just kind of supposed to just keep doing this? Right? I didn't want to do the rush, I want to do the electricity attack. My friend Mr. Bulldogs is playing Mario Kart World. I fell off of Mario Kart World so fucking hard. I finished all of the Grand Prix and I was just like, yep, okay. I don't know, Mario Kart 8 was so much more fun to me than Mario Kart World. I don't know if I'm alone in that. I have no idea what the actual sales of Mario Kart 8 look like at this point, because all of the sales that they have for Mario Kart 8 or for Mario Kart World are like mostly digital due to the fact that it was a pack-in with the Switch 2. So I kind of wonder how good it's doing. Ooh. Versus Mario Kart 8. But it just doesn't hold my attention as much as Mario Kart 8 did. Never really been like a massive Mario Kart fan in general. But I mean, I do play it, it's fun. I just don't think I play it the same way that like other people do. Like, there's some people that really fucking love it. Kind of like they just love Smash Bros. And will never play anything else. There's this video that went viral recently where a cop pulls into a gas station and holds a man at gunpoint because the man was holding the gas. Oh, I saw that. Man, can you imagine? That's just where we're at as a society, is just like you go and something that's as innocent as like somebody holding a gas pump while they're filling up their car is considered a threat because it looks like it's gun-shaped. And so we got cops pulling out their weapon on these people, and it's just like, fuck, man. Have you seen all the trolling that people have been doing with ICE in Portland? That gives me so much faith in humanity. Seeing all these people in these doofy inflatable costumes, and all these people doing like the cha-cha slide, and all these people showing up as a barricade with just like a ton of naked people on bikes, and you got all these fucking MAGAs in tactical gear and masks going up against a inflatable frog costume, like making Trump's war look like an absolute joke, because it is. It's so funny to see that, and it's going to be so funny when the stuff goes into history books or history lessons down the line, telling the story of whatever the hell this is that's going on right now, and having to use pictures or clips of these quote-unquote Antifa in frog and unicorn costumes. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. Yeah. And that's a, Ryder was saying that they would have to, like, find a way to take it out of context to make it look like they're doing something awful, but in reality, it's just literally a guy in a twerking frog costume. There's no way that you can take that and make it look like, they're evil. They're an evil person. The head of whatever. Like, this is Frog Hitler. There's no way that you can do it. And then there's no actual, like, violence happening with the person in the frog costume. It's just them in a frog costume. It's hilarious. It's the best kind of resistance that we need right now. Completely passive, ridiculous, draws attention to itself about how passive it is. But, oh, it's just so funny. It's so brilliant, and it's so fucking funny. I saw one clip where this chick was just standing there, but she was also kind of being snarky to the ICE agents. So one takes his massive can of pepper spray and unloads on her face, and then laughs. Yep, that's the kind of shit that I'm seeing too. It's just like, you can't even pretend that you guys are the good people in this situation. Like, you guys are so obviously bullies that anybody who took your videos of your actions in context or out of context would come to the same conclusion that you are not the good people. But it's whatever. Oh yeah, Ryder said, what about the video of the guy spraying the pepper spray in the frog costume's air vent? I heard about that, I saw that video, and then I also heard that when they spoke to the guy in that costume, that it didn't actually affect him all that much, because... Oh yeah, no, the intention was totally there. It didn't affect the guy all that much, but yeah, like that's just where they're at. Where they just gotta be the bullies. There was one where they tackled this 80-year-old man to the ground and put him in the hospital because he was a quote-unquote threat. Yeah. Yep. That's where we're at.
Thank you. I'll make you a deal.
Ryder says that there was supposedly a story of someone zip tying a toddler behind their back in Chicago. I don't think I've heard that, but it also sounds like one of those things that could or could not be true. Like, quite honestly, that sounds like something that could have happened. Oh, that's really good for her. I think I'm gonna get the Holy Mantle.
Thank you.
Wait. Oh, okay. Alright. Whatever. That's good for her. We'll do that. It's just purely out of spite. It literally does feel like one of those cheesy, over-the-top, evil incorporated factions from a bad movie. Yeah, like, they feel like they are supposed to be,
How are things?
this cohesive, like, special ops group or whatever, but then you watch them in practice and they just seem like they're using guerrilla tactics and whatever goes kind of tactics to take down quote-unquote threats. And then you see what their threats that they're taking down, and you've got children and 80-year-old men and women that are like asking interview questions and like stuff like that. And it's like all of the quote-unquote threats are not, like, nobody on either side would look at them and be like they're a threat. One side would probably be like they're antagonizing, and I could see that, but to call them threats is stretching it to where it's like you really want this to be justified, but it isn't. And yeah, like, I don't think either side would be like, oh yeah, that 80-year-old was definitely gonna start shit. Ain't nobody gonna say that. There's a room in which many ghosts gather. Defeat the great ghost that appears there. I can do that.
Care to try? I'm counting on you.
Defeat 10 hill
This is
guards.
your training.
Okay. Let's do it. Alright. Up here. And over here. Into the desert. Ah! Oh my god, I love Persephone with a vacuum cleaner. Literally just holds me there, suctions my butt to her vacuum cleaner. It's hilarious. Also, they want to have it both ways. They want to simultaneously paint the picture of a bunch of blue-haired libs crying over spilled milk, but they also there's somehow this organized terror group. Yeah, exactly. It's like you can't have them be both things. Either they are a threat, or they're completely a joke to you. Like, you can't have them painted two ways. It doesn't make you look strong. It just makes your side, people who want to support you, confused about what is the threat. Like, I could see people saying that the blue-haired lib, if they were like a teacher or something like that, quote-unquote corrupting the minds of young people. I could see that as what you consider a threat. But to say that they're a threat against people that have, like, weapons and tactical vests and, like, shit like that, ready to go? Are you kidding me? What? They're a pushover. They're literally just fish in a barrel. Why are you saying that they're a threat? They're not. They're annoying. But a threat? No. Steel whip. Ooh, I like it. Yeah. You can't have it both ways. It doesn't make sense both ways. They either have to be an absolute threat, the most dangerous thing ever, or they have to be completely useless and whiny and not a threat, but threaten, I don't know, inalienable rights. I don't know. I don't even know what they think the libs are at this point. I think they know that the lib threat is so unbelievable at this point that they have to rename it to Antifa so it makes it feel like it's a completely new thing. Oh god, what do they do? Oh god. Also hard to make the case that someone is a threat when they're unarmed and you're on a rooftop with a gun shooting less lethal rounds at them while laughing. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is it's not a threat at that point. You just are trying to justify what you're doing. You're justifying your actions, and not in a believable manner. Oh god. Oh, what fresh hell is this? Oh my god. Oh lord, I did not like that. What was that? Where is there a save point? Really use a save point right now. I could really use a wish right now, a wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are shooting stars? Because I could really use a wish right now. If we could, that'd be fantastic, because we actually have a high level of air travel over our house. We could just have infinite wishes. Be great. Can't get in. I think I have to come back here whenever I have a certain special power. Whew. Okay. And then there's this dangerous game of one-upmanship being played between state and Fed, where the state and the city PDs are trying to prove to the Fed that they can be just as good at stopping protests. And then the Fed makes a case that they aren't being harsh enough. So it's just one big pissing contest, and the people are the ones getting pissed on. Yep. And I'm sorry, but cops already have so much bad juju and PR against them in general, and this kind of shit is definitely not helping their cause. I really do want to say that Blue Lives Matter, because, well, but I am a huge proponent of All Lives Matter. I don't think we should be saying that necessarily Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, like all these shit. Like, yes, I agree that they matter, and I support all of those. But I'm not going to be here and be like, one matters more than the other. That's where I'm at. Everybody matters. But when you... Ooh. Yeah. Sorry, Ryder was just telling me that, like, while in practice that, or while in theory that does actually make sense in practice, it doesn't actually work out that way because of how marginalized certain groups can be and whatever, and I completely agree with that. I find it frustrating because I do want to be a supporter of, yeah, well, I mean, all you guys matter. Like, you're all human beings, but the fact that we have so many groups that advocate for, no, these other guys don't matter as much as us, you can't exactly just be like, oh, yeah, no, So, yeah, it gets a little bit tricky. I think that any reasonable person should agree that imprisonment in an El Salvadorian death camp is not an appropriate punishment for border hopping. Yep. And what's even worse is some of those people going over there aren't even people that, quote-unquote, hop the border. They just happen to be the wrong skin color. Defensive spell that neutralizes ranged attacks. That's pretty sweet. Am I at least getting close to a save point? I need to be getting close to a save point. I haven't come across one in a long time. Need to call the stream sometime soon. Oh, thank God. Whew, we did it. Been playing for an hour, 45 minutes. Alright. We have had lots of conversations today, honestly. Like, this has been a very cathartic, let's just get it out there kind of stream kind of day. I am enjoying this. I don't know how I feel about the reliance on a partner, but I will say that I do like that this Castlevania was trying something different with the partner system. But yeah, out of all of the DS ones, I think I liked the first one we played the most. Order of Ecclesia was alright, but it felt very disjointed. However, this one is also disjointed because we're going into a bunch of pictures instead of just like going to a new level, so it's, yeah, it's all part of the castle. but it's still disjointed. I don't know. I think the first one that we played, where it was all just in one castle, is still my favorite. But we're just starting Portrait of Ruin. A lot of people say that Order of Ecclesia, the one that I just played, just finished up, was their favorite. And I enjoyed it. But I can't say that it's my favorite. And looking back on everything, I think I should do, like, at the end of playing all of this, I should do a stream where I make a tier list of my favorite Metroid games and my favorite Castlevania games. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think right now this game is sitting at a B. Could be an A. I don't think it's going to be S. S is for things like Symphony of the Night and Castlevania 4. But yeah. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do a tier list on this one. And then I think Radder should do a tier list on her favorite bosses from Dark Souls after she finishes that game. That'd be kind of funny to watch. See which one. And not like her favorite bosses, but like do one that's like the hardest. The ones that she liked the most, and the ones that she liked the design of the most. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do some streams in between to where we just like talk about our thoughts about the thing that we just did. I think it'd be fun and a nice change of pace. But you'll have to remind me, because I don't want to do that until after I finish up the PS2 games. And by that point, whenever I finish the PS2 games, Metroid Prime 4 will be out. And we can finish that on stream. That'd be pretty fucking cool. I know that you would be totally interested in that space. But, yeah, I'm super eager to play that. But yeah, we'll finish this one up. We'll do the bonus content. And then we will do the PS2 games. And I don't know how much more Castlevania we'll do after that. But we'll see. Join us again next Wednesday. Radder will be getting further into Sucktown. And then the following Thursday, I will be continuing to ruin some portraits. So like we always say, night-night, and excuse me? I'm the one who farted. Good night, y'all.